Dillingham, and this is my friend Mira. And we're going to show you how to create and tell a story. And I'll start out by telling Mira a story so she'll see how to look at a story as a visual portrait. Ready for this? Okay. This story is called The Hungry Crow. I'm going to ask you to stand right there. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a crow. She was hungry and looking for food, but she didn't see any food. The only thing she saw was a garbage can. So the crow flew down to the garbage can, and she tried to get the lid off. But she wasn't strong enough. When she looked around, she saw a bear. So the crow flew over to the bear.
Hey, bear!
What?
There's food over there.
Where?
Over there.
The bear saw the garbage can, walked over, and knocked that lid right off. Bang! And then the bear started to eat. And eat. And eat. And the crow got worried the bear would eat all the food. So she flew down, and she pecked him right in his eye. Peck! And the bear went, "Arr!" and ran away. And then the crow began to eat. And eat. And eat. And then she said, I'm fat now. And she flew away. Okay. So, I'm going to show you how to look at that story with something called a visual portrait of a story. So watch this. First, I draw something that looks like a piece of paper held sideways. And they go like this. What's that look like?
A piece of paper with an M on it.
M on it? Sure, it could be an M. Could be a couple waves or a mountain. Okay. So, hungry crow. Every story has 4 parts to it, Mira. They have a beginning, a problem, a solution to the problem, and an end. Now, if we look at the story of The Hungry Crow, what happened at the beginning of that story? What do you remember?
He was hungry and looking for food.
Okay. Hungry, looking for food. And what do you think the problem was in the story?
Crow thought the bear was going to eat.
Could you speak up when you said?
The crow thought the bear was going to eat all the food.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Crow thought bear was going to eat all the food. What solved that problem? What was the solution to the problem? The crow thought the bear was going to eat all the food.
The crow poked the bear in the eye.
Mm-hmm. She poked him in the eye. What happened at the end of the story?
The crow got to eat.
The crow got to eat. The crow got to eat. Yep. And when you do a visual portrait, I should have made this a little bigger because I didn't leave much space here. But you should draw a picture to remind you of the story, okay? I'm going to draw a picture that reminds me the story. What do you think that picture is? That's a pretty bad picture for what I was trying to draw. But what do you think that is?
Bear knocking the lid off the garbage can.
Mm-hmm. Bear knocking the lid off the garbage can. Really nice. Well done. Okay. Now, you do something different. Now you're going to create a story. Okay? I'll make this nice and big for you. Okay? And in your story, you get to choose whether an animal is lost, lonely, or hungry. Lost, lonely, or hungry. Okay. So, you come on over here, and why don't you make that thing that looks like a mountain or an M right there. Nice. And here, put the letter B for beginning. And here, put the letter P for problem. What do you think you put there? Okay, beginning, problem, solution, and end. So there, that's right. Okay. Now, what animal would you like your story to be about? Pick any animal in the world you'd like to do a story about.
A chicken.
A chicken, okay. Here, let me switch with you here. I'm going to ask you to sit here and draw a picture there of the chicken. Okay? All right. Now, as you're drawing that, I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? So, in your story, do you want that chicken to be lost, lonely, or hungry? Lost, okay. Call it the lost chicken. And in your story, the chicken is lost. Now, for the solution in your story, do you want that chicken to get found or not get found? What would you like? Gets found. Okay. Gets found. All right. And in the beginning of your story, where do you want that chicken to be? The very beginning of your story, where would you like that chicken? In the woods? Okay. What's it doing in the woods?
Exploring.
It's what?
Exploring.
Exploring. And does he see anything in the woods?
A hippo.
A hippo? All right. Why don't you draw a picture of a hippo while I'm writing some more here? Okay. Now, how does that chicken get lost? What happens? What do you want to happen?
Hippo finds the chicken and becomes best friends with it.
They become friends? Okay. So how does it get lost after it becomes friends with the hippo? They stay in the woods? Okay. Do they go anywhere? Or do they stay right where they've been?
Stay right where they've been.
Okay. And what is the chicken lost from?
The barn.
The barn. Okay. And why can't it find the barn?
Because it forgot which way it went.
Chicken forgets where the barn is. Okay. So what does he do once he realizes he's lost? What's that chicken do?
Sits
Eats its own eggs?
Yeah.
Lays eggs, eats them. Does the chicken eat them raw or does it cook them?
Raw.
Raw eggs. Okay. And then after that, how does it find its way home to the barn?
Well, the hippo knew where the barn was.
Hippo knows. Okay. And so what's the hippo do?
It's a talking hippo.
Mm-hmm.
So it tells the chicken which way the barn was.
Okay. And which way is that?
Straight behind him.
Okay. Behind. So what's the chicken do then?
Says goodbye to the hippo
Mm-hmm.
and goes back to the barn.
Okay. Is there any other animals in the barn there, or is it just the chicken going back to the barn? It's just in the barn.
There's cows and horses and sheep
Mm-hmm.
and donkeys
Okay. Cows,
and geese.
horses, sheep, donkeys, and geese? Jesus. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to tell you your story. And when I'm done, I want you to tell it back to me, okay? All right. The lost chicken. Once upon a time, there's a chicken. She lived in a barn with cows and horses and geese, donkeys, and sheep. Well, she was a curious chicken, so one day she walked out of the barn, walked into the woods, just exploring, pecking away at some bugs and stuff, and then saw a hippo. Hi, chicken, how are you? I'm fine, how are you? I'm fine. And they decided they'd play, so they had a good time together. But then the chicken went, I'm lost, I'm lost. Ran around in circles, sat down, laid some eggs, bing, bing, bing. I'm kind of hungry. Ate the eggs, and then went, I don't know how to get home. Hippo said, I know how to get home. Where? Right behind you. The chicken looked, and sure enough, the barn was through the woods. So the chicken ran back to the barn, and the horse said, hi. And the cow went, nice to see you. And the sheep went, good to hear back. Dog went, hi. And you know what the donkey went? Nice to see you. The end. Okay. Now, I want to hear you tell your version of the story. And when you tell it, you should stand up and you should move your body some too. Okay?
Well.
And you should say the title of it. But go ahead and stand up, because when you stand up, you can use your body. Because when you sit down, people have a tendency not to use their body. Okay.
The lost chicken. One day, chicken was decided to walk out of the barn and go exploring. So she walked into the woods.
Show me.
She walked into the woods and started pecking bugs and plants. And then she saw a hippo. And they decided to be friends. And so they played for a long time and had races, which the chicken won. And then the chicken noticed she was lost, and she kind of freaked out little. And the hippo said, home is straight behind you. And the chicken saw the barn and all the other animals. They started racing towards it. And the donkey said, "Hello there." The horse said, "Hello." And the sheep said, "Good day." The donkey said, "Eeyaw." And the dog just barked. And she was happy to be home.
The end. Go ahead and take a bow. Well done.